what war is about. What you as a child running away from war and then as a child soldier had experience. Why did you feel this urgency?
Good evening. First of all, I want to thank Nella as well, and I want to thank Hope and everyone, and also the Dean, and the Rutgers community for actually having me, and also to you as well, Aldo. Thank you for, it's been wonderful to be here. And also the people even at the IT. I've been at the IT office, I think, twice now. I forgot my password a number of times, so but it's been corrected, so I've been taken care of. And to everyone also for coming, and to my new brother, Mr. Morris. I'll call him Mr. Morris for you know, our connection today, and I hope this will flourish. To start with, really, I think for me, I decided to write about my background for a few reasons, and I'll just highlight maybe one or two of them. One of them was that I am coming from a part of the world that didn't become known to the rest of the world until we had a civil war. And so the media did a very good job in sort of portraying and exploiting only the violence that occurred in my country without any context, not any human context at all, about what this place had been before the war, what it was during the war and after the war. The interest was only, the focus was on during the war and the violence that occurred. So to people whose introduction to Sierra Leone came through this medium, their perception and understanding of Sierra Leone became Sierra Leone equals civil war, amputation, madness, and nothing more. But yet this is a place that I grew up, where I learned Shakespeare, I was introduced to American hip-hop music, where I had this remarkable community and family, you know, and all of these things were not spoken about at all. So for me, writing was really to give that context so that people can see our humanity, and also for people to understand that these kinds of things are possible anywhere, you know, if circumstances change. That nobody just wakes up one morning and decide they want to choose a life of violence. There are things that lead to it. And another thing is that people were speaking about people like me who had come from the war. There are a lot of people who are experts on this issue who called people like me the lost generation, which meant that people believed that some of us who had gone through some of these circumstances would not be able to recover, that we were finished, nothing could be done for us. And yet here I was in the United States going to school, you know, going to university, perhaps walking past the same people who were making these sort of, saying these sort of things about people like me. So really, those are the two reasons. And last, I really wanted people to understand what violence is and what it does to human beings, how it comes about, how it disrupts your life, and how, to some extent, it becomes a way to actually stay alive. And I wanted people to understand that, because oftentimes it's easy for people to stand on a moral pedestal and judge others very quickly because they do not really understand what the reality of being in violence and finding yourself in a situation where you have to pretty much have no other choice, you know. And so really this is what I wanted to write this book, to get those things across, for people to understand these things. And with that, perhaps for all of us to understand that this is possible anywhere. But also, lastly, the possibility that people can come out of this and have a life if given the right care and support. And I am, and you know, my brother here, Mr. Morris, is an example that these things are possible. Of course, it's not a quick fix, it's a process.
You just said